Give me Psalm 62 and 7. Hey, brothers, you got 1 minute? You got 1 minute, King? We'll talk to you 1 minute.
That's right, that's right.
Do you see yourself on it? It's all right. You see yourself on it? We got 12 nations on it. Tell me where you come from. Would you be a so-called black man?
Yeah.
All right, so you mean you'll possibly be from the tribe of Judah. All right, you mean Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Now, you being from the tribe of Judah, that makes you an Israelite, all right? Sure. An Israelite from the tribe of Judah. I'm going to show you how the Most High feels about you.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people.
You're what?
For thou art an holy people.
Nice, simple.
For thou art an holy people.
Most High said you were part of a holy people, meaning set apart. Right. Keep going.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
What?
A special people.
Right.
Unto himself above all people.
What?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
All right, so you being an Israelite makes you a special person above everybody else, along with all the other nations on here, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? So give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Now you being an Israelite, the Most High requires something of you. But actually, before we go there, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 16. I'm gonna prove to you how we came to that conclusion, all right?
Deuteronomy 28, verse number 68.
Bring it out! Before you read that, brother, how do we get to this land as a people? What way of transportation? Did we fly here? Did we take? Huh?
Railroad.
Huh?
The railroad.
Railroad, not the railroad. What they teach you in school? About slavery. How did we get into slavery? On ships?
Yeah.
Did that kind of? Is that a reminder right there? You never know about that? I'm gonna show you this right here. Look. This is your history right here. You see your people right here? This is us, and this is how we got to this land. Slavery on ships. We're gonna bring that in the Bible. Bring that in.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And
Listen,
the
real
Lord
quick, listen.
shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right. So in the first Egypt, we were slaves, right? Give me that extra 20. We were slaves in the first Egypt under the Egyptians. All right. Now the Most High said, "I'm gonna bring you back into slavery again." Right. So what you think that's gonna be? If the first Egypt was slavery, what's the second Egypt gonna be? Slavery. All right. Now continue to read on it.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
Right. So that's a prophecy that the Israelites are going to go into slavery on ships, the same way that we did. So that's how we came to the conclusion that we are the Israelites. So, brother, you're no longer a black man, because black, it doesn't mean nothing. It means the absence of light.
That's right.
That brother's clothing is black. You're not the same color, obviously, right?
That's right.
Now, you being an Israelite, that makes you a king, a priest, a God walking this earth. Give me that, what's it called? Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12, because the Most High requires something of you, now that you know that you're an Israelite, all right? Bring that up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Bring it up.
And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Right, so he's asking, what does the Most High require? Bring it up.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
What?
But to fear the Lord thy God.
Right, so the Most High is asking the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the Israelites. He's telling them that they have to fear him, right? Because they're his chosen people. Hey, brother, back there, you a king, you know that?
Right.
Come over here and listen real quick. Come over here and listen. All right, well, you an Israelite too. Keep going.
Right. To walk in all his ways.
Right.
And to love him.
Right.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments.
To what?
To keep the commandments.
What do you say? To what? To keep the commandments. There you go, King. To keep the commandments. Now we're gonna give you some commandments. We're just gonna give you two, cause I see you in a rush. You gotta go. Give me Leviticus 11 and 7. Give me Leviticus give me 28 and give me 27.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
And the swine.
What?
And the swine.
Brother, you know what swine is? It's pig. All right. You eat pig? You eat pork? You eat pork? Well, listen to this one.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
19. Sorry. So the pig, that he's unclean on you. You can't eat the pig, right? Because, you know, a lot of our people, they like to eat those unclean foods. That's how we start getting, cancers. We got all types of gout and stuff. Our people are very, a lot of our people are overweight. We're unhealthy right now because we continue to eat the unclean things that the Most High told us not to.
That's right.
Now, as the Israelites, you have to understand that the Most High has a kingdom waiting for you. If you continue to keep his commandments and enough of our people wake up, the Most High going to set us back as the kings and rulers of this earth.
That's
like
right.
Ordained to be, right?
That's right.
What's going on there?
Khan, Of their flesh shall ye not eat,
So you can't eat it?
and their carcass shall ye not
You
touch.
can't even touch it, brother.
They are unclean to you.
That's right.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
Now it's talking about things from in the waters, all right? Keep going.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales
Uh-huh.
in the waters,
Right.
in the seas,
Right.
and in the rivers,
Uh-huh.
them shall ye eat.
So anything in the waters that has fins and scales, that's what you can eat. So name something that comes out the water that has fins and scales. Fish. There you go. Now what? No, keep going on that.
Come on, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And all that have not fins and scales
So the things that don't have fins and scales, keep going.
in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters,
Uh-huh.
and of any living thing
Right.
which is in the waters,
Uh-huh.
they shall be an abomination unto you.
Right. So anything that does not have fins and scales that comes out the water, that's an abomination on you.
That's right.
Because you are chosen people, you got to eat correctly, right?
That's right.
You got to
That's
be
right.
healthy. You got to be strong, like the Most High ordained you to be. You, like I said, you are a king and a priest. Give me that first Peter 2:9.
Come.
You are a king, you are a priest, you are God walking this earth, buddy. You got to act like that. You got to keep the Most High's commandments. Why? Because He protects you. He knows what's good. All right, bring that out real quick.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
You are what?
A chosen generation.
Like we went over earlier when you first got up here, you were chosen. The Israelites are chosen. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You can't
Right.
forget that. Keep going.
A royal priesthood.
You're a royal priesthood. So you're a priest of the Most High.
Right. It reads, a holy nation,
A holy nation.
a peculiar people,
A special people.
that ye should show forth praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Right. And this is the marvelous light, man, all right? Coming back into the truth and knowing who you are again. And throwing off all that old philosophies of the world. You got to come out the world, man.
Right.
You got to come out the world because we got blessings waiting for us, man.
That's right,
We got
that's
a
right.
kingdom waiting for us, man.
Right.
Our Savior's going to come down anytime soon. As soon as we start getting ourselves back together, man, we're going to get back and being exalted to that holy nation, the Most High ordained us.
That's right.
Go back to
right.
Leviticus 19 and 27.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 27.
Get out.
Yeah.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads.
Right, so you can't shave your head bald because, contrary to popular belief, the Lord doesn't look like this.
At all.
This is not him right here, but this would be a depiction of what he looks like according to Revelation 1.
That's right, that's right.
If we have enough time, we're going to bring that out, all right? So the Lord has woolly hair. He got hair on his head.
Right.
So that's why he doesn't want you shaving your head because you can't, you know what I'm saying, you're in the image of the Lord, right? Keep going.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Brother, have you started growing your beard? You got a beard on your face? You got a little facial. Now you can't shave that down because the Lord also has a beard. And the
That's
Most
right.
High wants you to be a mighty man. And how
That's
do you
right.
determine a man from a woman? Sometimes they might look the same, but you can say, hold on, that brother has a beard, so you're not obviously not a woman, right? Keep going.
Verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead,
Right, so you can't cut yourself, you know?
nor put any marks upon you.
Now, brother, what do you think the marks in that context is talking about? You said you can't print any marks upon you. Tattoo.
That's right.
You have tattoo. You plan on getting them. Dude, you can't get it, brother. Can't get it. If you want the kingdom, if you want to come back to being that priest and the God and king that the Most High ordained you to be, you can't come back. You can't do that, man. Right? Now, if you do have tattoos or if you are in sin, give me Psalm 32 and 5. You gotta repent. Do you know how to repent? We're gonna show you.
Psalm chapter 32 and verse number 5.
Bring it out.
And it reads, I acknowledge my sin unto thee.
Right, so you gotta acknowledge your sin unto the Most High. You can't hide it because there's no way you can go to hide yourself. The Most High sees everything. The angels observe everything. There's no way you can go hide under a rock. The Most High is still gonna find you.
That's right.
Bring it up.
And my iniquity have I not hid.
Right.
I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord.
You gotta confess yourself to you gotta confess your sins to the Lord.
That's right.
And the name of the Lord is Yahweh. It's right here.
That's right.
This is the Paleo Hebrew right here.
Right.
The Most High's name is not in English, right?
Right.
It's not Yahweh. It's not God. Because God is just a title.
Wake 'em
His
up.
name is Yahweh. All right.
That's right.
It reads, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin.
Right.
Selah.
And the Most High is going to forgive you. All right. Now I just want to show you real quick that the men of the Bible look exactly like you. This right here is a lie. This is actually Caesar Borgia, right? He's the son of the Pope, right? Give me the Revelation 1-14. Give me Job 30 and 30. Give me Jeremiah 14:2.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right. So it's the head of his hairs were white. Start at 13.
God. 13. Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, right, one like unto the Son of Man.
Now a title for the Son of Man, which is Christ, right? His title for him is the Son of Man. Keep reading.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
He had a long garment down to the foot, just like this. Just like this right here. All right, just like they used to do it in the ancient world. Keep going.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Right, he had a belt kind of holding his garment together. Keep going.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right, and his head, so there's 2 parts to that text you just read. His hair was white. This hair right here is not white, is it? No. It's not woolly. What texture wool? What people have woolly texture hair in this earth? Well, look to the brother to your left.
God.
That's what you meant. Okay.
God.
Woolly hair, that's sheep hair, right? Come on, keep going.
As white as snow.
Right, it was white. Keep going.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right, because he was a fierce man of war. Keep going.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So, brother, so it said that the Lord's feet was onto fine brass. What color is brass? Huh? Green. Oh, grass. It's like a penny. The penny. What color is it? Brown. Like brown, right? Right. He got the penny right there. Show him real quick.
See that?
Like that, right?
See that?
God.
Keep going.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now it's talking about the complexion of the Lord, right? Because we understand that he was brown, but look how, read that again. It's going to show you how dark he was.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now it said that your Lord and Savior was so dark it looked like he got burnt in a furnace, man. So guess what hey, look, so Yahweh Shai is the greatest man to walk the earth. All right.
That's right.
If he looked like that, man, you got to be proud of your skin, man.
Right. That's right.
Like, give me Proverbs 3 and 31.
Just a little bit more.
Proverbs 3 and 31, because contrary to popular belief, your skin is beautiful, man.
Oh,
it actually is the standard of the earth, man.
Oh,
that's right.
All these other nations desire to be just like
that's
you.
right.
You know, people you might standing next to you might want to be dressing like you.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Right, you can't envy your oppressor, man. Because you have a whole heritage, which is this Bible that the Most High gave you.
That's right.
It's an actual heritage. You got to actually seek these hidden things out there in the Bible, man, because we have strongholds in our mind for so long. We've been conditioned to believe that we're nothing. Yes, sir, we reading the Bible.
Yeah, come check it out.
Come on, Kings.
Brother, like I said, we went over a couple commandments, but what's your nationality? You're no longer black. What I say you were. Give me Romans 11. You're not black no more, brother. Like I said, black is just the color. It's the opposite of light.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
I say then, hath God cast away his people?
Right, because the Most High has not cast away his people in 2022. He still has a chosen people, which are the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Keep going.
God forbid!
Right.
For I also am an Israelite.
No, I'm black.
For I also am an Israelite.
I'm a descendant of slavery.
For I also am an Israelite.
Messianic.
For I also am an Israelite.
What are you, brother? What are you? Mom, wait, you say? You gotta say louder. You can't say it, brother. Yeah,
That's right.
There you go. You're an Israelite, man. What's your name? Matthew. So you're Matthew the Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
That's what you gotta consider yourself now, man. You're no longer a black man, all right? That's right. Black is that's a byword, man.
That's
like
right.
I said, you were a king. We read that earlier, man. You're one of God's chosen people. You gotta remember that. Get that through your mind, brother. You're more than just a human like they say you are, man. You're a king. You're a God walking this earth.
That's right.
Bring it up.
Leviticus.
One more commandment for you before you go.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse number 22.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Now, brother, we got a question for you. Would you happen to be part of the LGBT community? You would, okay. Now, this is a commandment for you, brother, because like we were all going off at one time. Right. We were all in sin, right? But the Most High had enough mercy on us, right? Convert us back to coming into truth and being holy vessels, right? Bring that out.
Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Right, so it's a commandment. You cannot lie with another man as you do with the woman.
That's right.
Like I said, you a king and you a holy vessel. You can't delete yourself doing it.
That's right. That's right.
Keep going.
It is abomination.
It's an abomination to the Most High.
That's right.
And the Most High is your Father, man. He woke you up this morning. Simple things like that. You breathing right now. He Most High woke you up this morning. You able to walk around, man. Those are all blessings. And the Most High can really take that away easily, man. Give me Romans 6:23.
Bring it out.
Because the wages of sin, you don't want to play around with the Most High. He's not a man to play around with.
That's right.
Like I told you earlier, he's a fierce man of war.
Right.
The Lord's coming back to kill a lot of people.
That's right.
He's not coming back to give hugs and kisses like the brother said. Bring that up.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
For the wages of sin is death.
Right. And the wages of sin is death. Give me 1 John 3 and 4. We got to understand what sin is first. All right.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse number 4.
Bring it out.
And it reads, verse 4, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
Right. So sin is transgression of the law.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Right. So that's cool. So whenever you sin, you're breaking the commandment. Okay. Now, like I said, it's a commandment that you cannot lay with another man as you do with a woman. Right. Because, like I said, you're a holy vessel. So let's go back to Romans 6:23. Read it from the top.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
For the wages of sin is death.
What
is death?
Nah, it's the kingdom.
It's death.
Right, because you can't inherit the kingdom being a homosexual, brother. I'm gonna put this claim. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, you are a king, brother. Remember that. Give me Psalms 82 and 6.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 82 and verse number 6.
Read out.
And it reads, I have said, ye are gods.
You are what?
Ye are gods.
You are what?
Ye are gods.
I said, brother, you are God, so you got to come out of that lifestyle. The brother got a special precept reserved for you right here. If you a question, bring it up.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Bring it up.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
Right, so the unrighteous, they're not going to be able to inherit the kingdom of God. Why? Because the Most High will put you to death even before that time. He might just put you to death, right? And only the righteous, the ones that are striving to keep His commandments and keeping their faith and being sincere, those are the ones who are going to make it to the kingdom. Keep going.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators,
right?
Nor idolaters.
So you can't be an idolater, especially serving this man right here. Keep going.
Nor adulterers.
Nor adulterers. You can't lay with the married woman, right?
Nor effeminate.
And you can't be effeminate, right? So let me ask you, what do you think effeminate means? Right, you have female tendency. Right? You can't have female tendency. Right? You're supposed to be a mighty man of war, man, because the Most High raised the Israelite man. You know, in Lamentations 4:1, the Most High compares the Israelite man to fine gold, man.
Right. That's right.
He compared to fine gold. Right. So you gotta walk with confidence, man. You gotta realize that you're a king. Like I said, walking this earth, you gotta come out that lifestyle.
That's right.
You want the kingdom of heaven. Now, if you don't want the kingdom of heaven, you should continue in sin and get destroyed, man. Right. But it's gonna be a sore judgment, man. Because the Most High is not playing around with you.
At all.
Right. You see a lot of judgment going on. A lot of people are dying. You hear about rumors of war, natural disasters, a lot of things going on in the earth right now. So it's evident that we're living in the last days. And it's time for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to wake up and understand that they Israelites.
That's right.
That's right.
Brother,
Wake them up.
you got some more, you want to stay for more commandments? You got, I see that you got to go. So, like I said, you got to come out that lifestyle. But look, you got the 12 tribes right over here. You be from the tribe of Judah, all right? So do some more reading. You stay in Baltimore? You stay in Nebraska? There might be some camps out there. Just watch the YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. All right, King?
God.
Hey, brother. Hey, brother, you got 1 minute? Hey, King. King, you got 1 minute? 1 minute, brother. I got one precept for you. I got one precept. Now, brother, you see yourself on it? You see yourself on it? What would you be, a black man, Hispanic? Yeah. Which one? American black. You'll be American black. Like I said, I was telling the brother over there, you'll be from the tribe of Judah. Right. You'll be a king according to the Bible. Right?
That's right.
Now, let me show you how we can prove that we can do. Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
This is a prophecy right here. During the time of Moses, telling the Israelites, if you do not keep the Lord's commandments, this is going to happen. Bring it up.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right. So, are you familiar with the Bible, brother?
Nah, not really. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you know about Moses?
Oh yeah, definitely. Right.
All right. So, you know his famous quote, "Let my people go."
Yeah.
You know why he said that? He gonna bring it. He gonna bring it out with it. It's Exodus 20.
Exodus chapter 20 verse 2.
Yeah.
I am the Lord thy God,
Right.
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Right.
out of the house of
bondage.
bondage.
Right. So Egypt is known as the house of bondage. Back in the time of Moses, the Israelites were enslaved, right? So Egypt was synonymous with slavery. Okay. Now he's saying, I'm gonna bring you back into Egypt. What does that mean? He's gonna bring you back into what? No. The first Egypt was slavery. What's the second Egypt going to be? What would they call that? Slavery. Slavery, right? So I want you to replace Egypt with slavery, all right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now, brother, how did we get to this nation? Ships. So that's a prophecy right there.
Bro, check this out.
The Most High is telling you that if we continue to break His commandments, He's gonna put us back into slavery with ships. That's living testimony. Like, yo, we the Israelites, man. We gotta be the Israelites, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna go even deeper than that. Give me Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. I'm gonna show you how the men of the scriptures look like.
Yeah, that's right.
This is the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Yeah.
I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
Ain't Solomon white?
I am black.
Damn. Hey, the Bible said that Solomon is a black man.
That's right.
Solomon was king of Israel, man. And Solomon's from the tribe of Judah, just like you.
That's right.
That's right.
See that?
So if he's from the tribe of Judah, you from the tribe of Judah, it says that he's black. Guess what the Israelites look like, man? He's black.
See that?
And Native Americans too, because we all scattered into different nations, right? Because of the sins of our forefathers, right?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
15. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why we ended up in this position, man.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Yeah.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you want, so hearken is like old English to listen, right? If you do not listen unto the voice of the Most High God, bring it out.
To observe, to do all His commandments,
Right. Keep His commandments,
and His statutes,
right?
which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
All these curses.
All these blessings.
All these curses.
Right. So the Most High said all these curses. Now, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? Bad thing. We can see it today. Shalom. Right now.
Shalom. Shalom.
Continue to break the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So you want to hear some curses? You got some time to hear some curses?
No, man, I appreciate the word. I made it
I
sound.
got one more precept for you. I got one more precept for you.
Take a fly.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. We want to show you how to make it into the kingdom, brother, because that's the whole purpose of being out here. We want to see our nation back on top and back in authority.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him,
Right.
Good master,
So someone's asking Christ. Right? Someone's asking Christ a question.
what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
Right. So he came asking the Messiah. He said, "Yo, what should I do that I'm going to make it to the kingdom?" This is his reply.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one.
Right. So there's none. He's saying like, "Yo, you know, Christ is real humble. He had a lot of humility. So he's saying, don't call me good, call the Most High good." Right.
That is God.
Right.
But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Do what?
Keep the commandments.
What?
Keep the commandments.
If you want to enter into life, you got to keep the commandments. All right. So we're gonna hand you this fly. I want you to do some more research into it. Like I said, you was king, you were priest, you were God walking this earth. At the top, what's going on? What's your nationality? All right, bring it down. One more, brother. One more. Give me Romans 11 and 1.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 1.
Bring it out.
I say then, hath God cast away his people?
No, has God cast away his people in 2021 because he had the chosen people? All right, it's very evident that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the best of everything.
Right.
There's no question about that. Keep going.
God forbid.
Right, God forbid.
For I also am an Israelite.
Am a what?
Am an Israelite.
What?
Am an Israelite.
Black man.
Am an Israelite.
Israelite. That's your nationality. Right. You got to remember that you're Israelite. You got to start keeping God's commandments. I know you got to go. You want to
Straight. Now I respect the word. Right.
hear a couple commandments?
Yeah, I gotta get close.
Come on, brother.
Listen to this, brother.
I got you.
We're living in the end of the world right now.
I got you.
Me gente.
Appreciate it, bro.
Me gente.
Calm. Hey, y'all got 1 minute? 1 minute. One minute.
Un momento.
2 minutos para la Biblia.
Give me Psalm 62. Bring it out, man, because we got to understand, man, the whole reason why we in this captivity, man, not obeying the words of the Most High God.
That's right. That's right.
It's the book of Psalm, chapter 62 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Hey, brother, you got 1 minute? 1 minute, Kerry. Real quick. I just want to show you who you are real quick. You one of God's chosen people. All right, well, y'all will be Israelites, all right? You got to come after keeping the commandments, all right?
Right.
Keep going.
It's the book of Psalm, chapter 62 and verse 10. Trust not in oppression.
Do what?
Trust not in oppression.
We can't trust in oppression, man. We in this captivity. Why? Because we broke the commandments of the law, statute. We broke the law, statute, and the commandments of the Most High, man. Keep going.
Trust not in oppression and become not vain in robbery.
And don't become vain in robbery, man, because you were stolen all the way from West Africa. You were driven out of your land in 70 AD, fled into West Africa, stolen away, and brought over here, right? Read that verse again one more time. No, the last one.
And become not vain in robbery.
You can't become vain in robbery, man. How do you become vain? By seeking after vain things. And this world is vain, man. That's right. There's nothing over here for us, man. The Most High has all these blessings waiting for us, and your whole purpose is buying a Tesla.
Right.
That's what you want to do. Right. There's nothing over here for us, man. That's right. That's right.
If riches increase,
right, and if your riches increase,
set not your heart upon them.
Set your heart not upon them, man, because this world means nothing, man. As Solomon said in Ecclesiastes, this world is vanity. Everything's vanity. Right. You're not serving the Most High.
Right.
Romans 12. Give me James 4 first.
Bring it out.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2.
Bring it out.
And be not conformed to this world.
Right, you can't be conformed to this world, man. Like I said, these things mean absolutely nothing, man. Absolutely nothing, man. We wake up every day. Brothers don't been in the world, man. You don't party as much as you can until you're like, damn, it's kind of boring now. You don't drink so damn much you can't even feel it no more. You don't smoke so damn much that you tasting that high constantly. Right. That's right. You don't been with so many women. I heard a brother say he kind of getting tired of women, man. Wow. I don't know what that means, but he said it.
Wow, that's crazy right there. That's crazy talk.
I don't know what he means by that, but he said it. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, that's just to show you that there's nothing in this life that can please you, man. There's nothing in this life that's going to please you like actually serving the Most High. You have a whole purpose when you come to this truth, man. You have a whole purpose, and that's to make it to the kingdom, right? Give me, where we going? Give me Baruch 4. What you got? Oh, yeah, keep going.
Hey, brother.
Oh, sorry, let me.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Right, and when you come in this truth, you gotta transform, man. You gotta be renewed by the renewing of your mind. Give me before we continue on that, give me 1 Peter 2 and 1.
This verse, 1 Peter 2 and 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice.
Right, so when you come into this truth, to be reborn, you got to lay aside all malice. The same hate that you had for your brother in the world, you can't carry that in the truth.
Not at all.
It's not going to work.
2 minutes,
not gonna grow.
2 minutes.
Hey, brother, you got 1 minute?
Come on, brother.
1 minute, King. Hey, King, I got one precept for you. Just one. Just one? You're not going to listen? Oh, well, y'all going to be y'all the Israelites according to the Bible, all right? Y'all two back there. Hey, King, you got 1 minute?
Scripture of the
only
day.
got one Bible verse, just one. Well, you were king according to the Bible, you were Israelite.
That's right, that's right.
Lost statute commandments to the Most High.
Right.
Right. Hey, brother, you want to take a fly?
You want to take a fly, brother?
There's more flies. Let's take a fly real quick.
I'll come back for a fly.
Thou say it.
Hey, y'all got 1 minute?
Scripture of the day.
According to the Bible. See, y'all people don't want to hear, man. Because why? Because they sought after vain things, man. Their focus is on this world and not about spiritual things. When the Most High wants to give you the kingdom, you go.
1 Peter 2 and 1.
Right.
Wherefore, laying aside all malice and guile.
Like I said, you can't come into this truth of all that baggage, man. All that hatred and malice and be mad all the time against your own brothers, man. Especially against your own people. Keep going.
And guile.
God, right? Keep going.
And hypocrisy.
And you can't be a hypocrite in this truth. You got to have integrity. You got to have integrity in this truth. If you're going to say something, you got to lead by example. Right. Keep going.
And envy.
And envy. And a lot of brothers in this truth, they jealous of other brothers. When they see their own brothers growing, they want to find a way to bring them down, and they pray for their downfall.
That's right.
You can't be like that.
That's right.
Because what we trying to do out here, we trying to build our nation back up.
That's right.
Build our nation back up. We want to see Israel at the top again.
Right.
All these other nations. Hey, brother, you got 1 minute? Come on, family. 1 minute, family.
Got here
1
for
minute.
you,
1 minute.
King.
1 minute.
What's your name? Todd. Now, Todd, do you see yourself over here? Say it again. Do you see yourself on this side? Do I see like my name or something? You see yourself on it. Now, I'm gonna break it down. On this side, this is what the Lord calls you. On this side, this is what the Word will call you, right? Would you be an American black? What? I'm sorry. Would you be an American black? Right. Okay, so that means you'll be from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Okay. Now give me, we're gonna break it down for you, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Now, you being from the tribe of Judah makes you one of God's chosen people.
Right.
Now, as God's chosen people, you got to ask yourself, well, if we chosen, why are we in this position? Okay, we're gonna bring that on, show you real quick. Who got it?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15.
Bring it up.
But it shall come to pass.
Right. So this is a prophecy saying it's gonna happen. All right.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
if you don't listen to the Most High,
to observe to do all his commandments,
keep his commandments,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
right?
That all these curses.
All these what?
That all these curses.
All these blessings.
All these curses.
Now the Most High is saying, if you do not hearken and listen to his commandments, a certain amount of curses is going to happen to our people, the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Keep going.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So that's the reason why our people are in this position right now. The Most High put curses on us, man. Right. The Most High you see what's going on. You stay in Baltimore? You see what's going on in Baltimore. You might go down to Penn and North. You see people on drugs, crack, dope. You know what I'm saying? They walking like this, like they zombies or something. Right? Why? Because that's the curse, man. Give me 16.
God, verse 16. Curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field.
Right, like I said, we'll be cursed. And the Most High said we're going to be cursed in the cities and cursed in the field. Whichever city you go to, whether it's Chicago, LA, Detroit, San Diego, all these, even Baltimore, like I said, we cursed in every single city. We at the lowest estate, right? That's right. You can agree to that, right? Sis, you can agree to that too? I said, wherever we go, whether it's Detroit, San Diego, California, in every city, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are at the bottom of society, right? They're at the bottom.
That's right.
Right, keep going. So, read that again in the field.
God. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Listen up.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And you're not just going to be cursed in the city, you're going to be cursed in the field. Now, which people were working in the field? Let's just be flat out with it. Which people were working in the field? Who this happened to right here, man? You see how people over here getting beat? That's a black man right here, getting beat by a white man.
That's right.
Who that happened to? See that? Who is it, brother? It's us.
That's right.
Right, sis. Now, these are prophecies that's going to happen to the Israelites. Right. So if that was happening to the Israelites, what does that make us? I'm going to say it again. If these curses, being cursed in the city and cursed in the field, happen to the Israelites of the Bible, what does that make us? The Israelites.
See that?
That's right. That's right.
And we're going to continue to be cursed until we come back to the Most High. That's right. That's why you see our people are in such a lower state right now. Keep going on, King.
Con. What you need? Verse 30.
Give me verse 54.
Con. Verse 54.
Right.
So that the man that is tender among you.
Right. The man that was tender among you, because our people used to really love each other, man. When you read 1 Samuel, it says Jonathan loved David as himself.
God.
That's a different type of love right there.
God.
Keep going.
And very delicate.
Right, we're very delicate. We used to look at each other with compassion and love, right? Keep going.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
His what?
Towards his brother.
So your eye, so this is a curse saying that our people's eyes are going to be evil towards one another. Black on black crime, right? Hispanic on Hispanic crime. You see the beef between the blacks and the Hispanics. Whether when you walk down the street, you see another black man, does he not mean mug you? Does he not look you up and down? You know, like, yo, what's up? Right. Even the sisters, you know, y'all got beef, y'all beef over little things, you know what I'm saying? We all been to schools. How many fights happen every single day? That's right. Over small things, somebody talking like that, somebody looking at each other wrong, somebody, girls, different things like that. Keep going.
Con. And toward the wife of his bosom.
Right. And the man's also going to be wicked towards the wife of his bosom. That's why we grow up in household with abusive parents. Right. You know, our parents are fighting against one another. Right. Keep going.
And toward the remnant of his children,
right,
which he shall leave.
Right. So another curse is that the man's going to leave his children. Right. Doesn't that happen in our community?
See
a lot
that?
of the times the man's not in the household, man, and that's how you grow up with men that kind of effeminate. You grow up with men that are soft, that are very emotional, man. So when somebody says something about them, they ready to fight.
That's right. That's
Instead
right.
of speaking about things and selling up like men. Now I'm gonna show you that what the Most High. So like I said, actually let's establish this first. What is your nationality? Like I just said, you're not black because the black is the color of your outfit.
That's right.
What did the Most High call you? Like I said, you on this sign right here, you're the tribe of Judah. Now you're not American black. You're from the tribe of Judah. Right. That's your nationality. Right. The tribe of Judah. But what's your nation? What's your nationality? Give me you do Deuteronomy 29 and 1.
Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Not a black man.
The children of Israel.
African American.
The children of Israel.
What are we?
That's right.
There you go, King. Hey, sister, you want to say it too? What are we? The children of Israel.
That's right. That's right.
Now, let me show you how the Most High feels about the Israelites. Give me Deuteronomy 14.
Khan. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 2. For thou art an holy people.
Now, holy means set apart. So the Most High is talking to the Israelites saying that you are set apart people. Keep bringing it out. Keep on.
God. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself.
Right, peculiar meaning special. So there's one nation on this life. There's one nation on the earth that's above all people. And those the Most High's chosen people, and those are the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Khan. Above all the nations.
Above who?
Above all the nations.
They're not equal.
Above all the nations.
But hold on, but the church said everybody that God created everybody equal.
Above all the nations.
Hold on, so that just proves that the church is contrary to the Bible.
That's right. That's right.
The church tells you that everybody created equal, but the Most High said that the Israelites are above everybody else.
That's right.
And like I said, that you will be an Israelite, brother. That's right. So one more time, what's your nationality? Huh?
Say what?
Say, I can't hear you guys say. No, you guys say. Oh, you at home, brother. You at home.
Come on.
We love you up here.
That's right.
That's
That's
right. I just couldn't hear you. You're not black, but what did he just say? You're an Israelite, right?
Yeah, that's what I said first.
Okay, Khan, there you go, Kane, there you go. You'll be an Israelite. So give me Deuteronomy 20 and 12 and see what the Most High requires of the Israelites.
Khan, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter, you said 10 and 12?
Yeah,
Khan, book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Right.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
So the Most High, now that you know that you are an Israelite, the Most High requires you to fear him. All right? Give me Psalms 111 and verse 10 real quick. Because you got to fear the Most High.
That's right.
Why? We're going to show you why it's so important to fear him. Bring that out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10.
Right.
Bring it out.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Once you start to fear the Lord, you're going to gain wisdom. Because you're going to fear him so much, you're going to know how to move. You're going to have to gain discernment and gain wisdom to be able to move around in this society, right? You can't stay the same being a servant of the Lord, right? So continue on that, brother.
Come on. Back in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. Right. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Right.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways.
You got to walk in his ways.
And to love him.
You got to love him.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments.
To what?
To keep the commandments.
What?
To keep the commandments.
The Most High wants you to keep his commandments. Like I said, we got in this position. Why? For not keeping the Lord's commandments.
That's right.
So to get out of this position, and because the Most High has blessed, when you read Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, it's a list of blessings that's going to happen if we keep his commandments. Now 50 through 68, that's curses that's going to happen if you don't keep his commandments. Like I said, we got in this position for not keeping his commandments. How do we get out? That's right.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
We're gonna give you about a couple commandments, all right? I see you kind of, you kind of want to get out of here. But look, can we give you 3 commandments? We're gonna give you 3. All right, cool.
Get out. Leviticus chapter 11 and verse number 7.
Right. Get out. You can listen to, sister. You can listen to. It's for you. All right. Well, you're an Israelite, all right?
That's right.
That's right. Leviticus 11 and 7.
Bring it out.
And the sweater though he divide the hoof.
Now, brother, which one?
Say it again.
Which one?
It's
Swine.
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 Oh,
Swine.
I thought you said wine.
I just say you said
Nah, swine. It's pig.
That's right.
Now, the Most High is talking about the pig. Keep going.
It reads, and the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven footed,
Right.
yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
Now, listen, the Most High said that the pig, the pork in general, is unclean on you. You can't eat it. Whether it be sausage, pepperoni, what else? Pork chops. There you go, King. You know you're Israelite?
Yeah, I know.
You got to keep the commandments, King.
Huh?
You got to keep the commandments.
No, I'm not in it. I'm still doing my research.
All right, you want to take a flyer?
Hey, come take a flyer,
Okay.
Kim.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, like I said, you can't eat pork. All right. You got to remember that you can't eat pork. Keep going.
It reads, verse number 8, of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
Can't even touch it.
They are unclean to you. Verse 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
Now it's talking about the waters. All right, keep going.
Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters,
Right.
in the seas and in the rivers,
Right.
them shall ye eat.
So you can only eat things that come out the waters that have fins and scales. Other than that, you can't eat it because the Most High told you not to. And I know we ain't got no time to pull this precept, but Romans 6:23 says the wages of sin is death. So the Most High will kill you if you sin. 1 John 3:4 says that sin is the transgression of the law.
That's right.
So when you transgress the laws, that means you're in sin. All right. Bring that. Keep on going.
Verse number 10. Verse number 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers,
Right.
of all that move in the waters, and of any living creature which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Right. So anything that does not have fins and scales, that's an abomination on you, right? You can't eat that. Which is a shrimp, crab, lobster, oyster, all the other stuff that they tell you is delicacy in this world. Because they want to keep you in sin. Because they know that as soon as the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans starts keeping God's commandments, he's gonna exalt them again, man. He's gonna bring us back to that being that holy nation. Brother, you heard that? Brother, with the red, you heard that? You can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You can't eat pork. You can't eat pork chops. You can't eat sausage. You can't eat anything. None of that. None of that. Only the clean animals that he told you to eat. Which is where's that sign? It's right over here.
See that?
I know y'all ready to leave. We can give y'all a flyer real quick. Brother, we're gonna give you one more commandment. Give me Leviticus 19 and 27.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
You shall not round the corners of your heads.
Right, so you can't shave your head bald because in Revelation 1 and 14, Christ, this is a depiction of what Christ would look like. That's not him. This is a depiction. He has woolly hair, he has dark skin, all right? So you cannot round the corners of your head because you made in the image of the Lord. Keep going.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
And you can't shave your beard as a man. The Most High wants you to be a man of the war. You can trim it down, but you got to keep some in your face. You can't destroy your natural line either, okay? Keep going.
Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead,
You can't cut yourself. You going?
nor print any marks upon you.
Now, what does that mean when it says print marks? Tattoos. You can't get any tattoos, man. Do y'all have tattoos? No. See that? All praises.
Con.
Like I said, we're going to get you a flyer real quick. We're going to go right here.